Hey guys, hi. I just wanted to stop by and show you one of my other favorite places in Central Park. This is Central Park Lake, and I didn't know they already started renting rowboats. Usually I don't see this. I'm not usually down here usually until the summer, and the water, which looks sort of normal now, is usually in the middle of summer like almost an acid yellow, acid green with some sort of algae. It's really weird to see swans and ducks paddling around in this like fluorescent water, but just a great little view, isn't it? All right, so while I had the camera out here and I'm just walking around, I keep meaning to make a video, a little question and answer video, a short one, about 3 questions that I have. Wait, I'm gonna jump. I'm not very athletic. There are 3 questions that one of my subscribers, oh my God, Andrea, I forgot. Her first initial's A. Hi, sweetheart. I'm sorry, I forgot your first name. She asked 3 really good questions, and I keep meaning to answer them, and I keep forgetting to. So, let me jump over this one little spot without getting wet. And let me answer these 3 questions. So, first question. If we are on a ferry flight that is empty, and by definition, a ferry flight would have no passengers. If we're on a ferry flight, do we have to do the safety demo? And I believe the answer is no. And I say I believe the answer is no because I unfortunately have never been on a ferry flight. Everyone I know has been, but I have yet to be on one yet. But I don't believe we do a safety demo. Although I believe if we had one guest, we would all have to do the safety demo, even if we're looking at nobody. So I believe that is the case. Question 2, do we accrue hotel reward points when staying at layover hotels? And the answer is sometimes. Once in a great while, we have a hotel that allows us to put in our hotel rewards number. And for example, our layover in Atlanta allows us to do that. So I'll put my hotel rewards number down when I check in, and they'll add that to my balance. I don't know how many points it takes to do something. I believe it's a different kind of point than if I were just a regular paying guest, but the same hotel chain in a different layover may not allow us to get points. So it really depends on the hotel. The third question, which I thought was probably one of the best questions I've had in a long time, is if we are deadheading, if I'm deadheading on a flight and there's an emergency, medical or otherwise, do I go in and assist the working crew, or do I stay seated as if I'm a passenger? Again, that all depends. Hasn't happened yet, but when we are deadheading or non-revving, one of the first things you do is introduce yourself to the working crew, and if you can, the flight crew. That's just customary and it's polite. It's terribly impolite to non-rev or deadhead and not introduce yourself to the crew, just so you know. So the first thing I would do is say, hi, my name is Steven. I'll be sitting in 12C if you need any help. So if they needed any help, and they could certainly ask me. If I were to witness, there's like, for example, a physical altercation, they're trying to subdue a violent guest, or someone is attempting to breach the cockpit and there aren't enough people or flight attendants nearby, if I heard a flight attendant yelling, door, door, help, help, I would leap up and take action. I wouldn't ask permission. If someone were, again, where they were trying to subdue someone and there weren't enough people to hold this person down, I would jump up and offer my assistance without asking if I could be of assistance. Now, if this were a medical emergency, like a heart attack, or fainting or a stroke. I would be vigilant and use my situational awareness to offer my assistance at the right time. My first goal is to not be in the way. It's a small aircraft. There's a full working crew, all of which who have been trained as I have in first aid. I would trust my coworkers to do their job. If they remembered, hey, there's that flight attendant in row 12, we could use him to go grab an extra POB, or he could be our communicator with the flight deck, whatever. They could certainly ask me, and I would be willing to help them out. So that's all assuming I'm deadheading on my airline. Sometimes we deadhead on other airlines, and in those cases, again, I would certainly introduce myself to the crew, flight deck, and say, hi, you know, my name is, I'll be sitting in this seat if you need any help. And same story, if I saw them being overwhelmed physically, I would jump in if they needed help, if I wasn't going to be in the way and making the problem worse. And if it were medical, I would trust them to take care of their medical, because they may have a different first aid training than I was. When we are trained in first aid, we are allowed to use the training we have received. I'm not to go outside of the scope of my training. So if, for example, I'm flying on American and there's a medical and they have a different CPR drill, or they have different emergency drills, if I jump in and do something that's beyond their scope of training, but within my scope of training in my airline, or it's a different thing, then I could be potentially liable if something goes wrong. And that's not something I want either. So I would be extra cautious about jumping in to assist in the event of a medical. If it were a medical event, medical emergency, and another crew on another airline asked me to help, I would ask them what they wanted me to do. I wouldn't assume anything. So I hope that answered that question. That felt like a little bit of a ramble, but yeah, there you go. So a little Q&A as I walk around Central Park, huh? One little view of where I am. The day is cooling off, and it's kind of getting a little bit darker. It's just about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I think I'm going to make my way down towards Greenwich Village, hit Christopher Street real quick, and then jump on the train to back to the airport. I think that's what I might do. I still have about 5 hours left before I want to be in bed, so I think that's what I'll do. In the meantime, have a great night, fly safe, and I will talk to you later. Bye.